Back again for Game Week 30 team selection. But first, as always, we're going to quickly run through Game Week 29, see how I got on. Finally, the triple up on the Arsenal defence came good. It's been a couple of weeks since I introduced Timber to the double up of Gabriel and Raya. And yeah, it hasn't gone well since then. No clean sheets, but finally they got the clean sheet versus Brighton away from home. Raya came away with a clean sheet, and not only that, got bonus points as well. He rarely gets them, so very glad that he did. Then Gabriel managed to get clean sheet, 3 bonus points, and expected goals conceded of 0.82, hit a massive 17 defensive contributions, so got an additional 2 points and came away with 11. Timber actually managed to beat Gabriel, so very glad that I brought him in as well, which of course means 2 additional points. He did manage to get an assist as well, plus he got 2 bonus. So yeah, just beat Gabriel by 2 points for a 13 pointer. So overall, altogether, that came to 31 points from my Arsenal triple up. I cannot complain about that. Then Virgil banked as he conceded 2 goals versus Wolves, where they lost 2-1. Moving into midfield, and the midfielder of the week goes to Anderson. He was actually rotated in for Anderson of Fulham, who was an unused sub after his illness from game week 28. He was put on the bench. We thought he might get on, but thankfully he didn't, because Anderson from Nottingham Forest got a goal from an expected goal involvement of 0.18 and managed 15 defensive contributions, as he always does, so got an additional 2 points, so 12 points overall. And yeah, this guy, I mean, as I said in my previous video, I put him on the bench mistakenly. Thankfully, I wasn't punished for it, and I won't be making that mistake again. He'll probably be in my team every week going forward from now on. Then Bruno came away with another assist in a 2-1 loss versus Newcastle. He still managed to get 3 bonus points. So yeah, I mean, Bruno is just ridiculous at the moment. The fact that he's getting bonus points, 3 bonus points at that, when losing to Newcastle, yeah, it just goes to show how involved he is in the game, how well he's playing. Maybe going forward, I should have more trust in him, because he's going to get assists constantly. He's on penalties, so he's definitely going to get goals. Yeah, he's just a really good pick right now. Then Semenyo managed to get another goal. In my opinion, he's becoming a bit like Sterling. He's always getting on the end of crosses, getting into the final third and getting off shots. And I feel like that's what City have been missing. They've had all these nice technical players in and around the area playing nice passes, but no one who's clinical in front of goal, who just gets you tap-ins and goals like that are really important, that a lot of the time are understated. But yeah, it seems like Semenyo is just becoming that player. Whether or not he scores as many goals as Sterling managed to get 91 goals in 7 seasons for City in the Premier League. So yeah, it'll be good going for him if he manages to get that. But yeah, he started off well, so he's definitely not going anywhere in my team. Then up front, Haaland blanked. He was at home to Nottingham Forest and played the full 90 minutes and didn't get anything. 0.13 expected goal involvement for the full 90 minutes. Yeah, it's really worrying, but Haaland is right now just about to kick off against Real Madrid. Hopefully we see some improvement from him, and yeah, maybe he gets a return in that, and then he can go into the West Ham game with some confidence and give me some confidence as well, because yeah, he's not pulling up any trees at the moment. He is still doing okay. I mean, of course, he blanked in game week 28 because he didn't play. But before that, he played Newcastle, got 6 points. Fulham got 5 points. Liverpool got 11 points. Tottenham got 5 points. So he is returning, just not massive hauls. The 11-pointer was good. Anything beneath that, which is a single digit like the 6 and the 5, I mean, yeah, they're not what you pick Haaland for 14.6 million. But he is still returning. It will only take 1 game for him to get 1, 2, 3 goals, and all of a sudden everybody wants Haaland again. So yeah, game week 29 went really well. I managed to get 69 points overall. So the overall points now sees me at 1,764 points. That saw me move from 42k to 33k. So a big green arrow. That's now 3 green arrows in a row. So really pleased with that. I'm moving in the right direction. I'm getting back to where I was around game weeks 15 and 16, when I was hovering around the 25k mark, between 15k and 25k. Really hoping I can break that 20k barrier again and try my best to get to 10k. Not sure that's going to be possible, but we can keep trying. But let's talk about my transfer targets based on that. Alright, so the transfer target for me, really, I don't want to make this move. I've said it in my last couple of videos. I still want to stick with Haaland. I don't think players like Ekitike, João Pedro are better than Haaland. they may have the fixtures, but in terms of who I have the most confidence to get me returns, it's going to be Haaland. Like I said in my previous video, Ekitike is great. He does seem exciting, but let's not forget that he blanked against Burnley at home. He blanked against Wolves at home. He didn't get anything against Wolves away last game week. So he could easily blank against Tottenham at home, and Haaland has West Ham away. The only concern is that he doesn't play, or he doesn't start against West Ham, given the fact that he's just kicked off against Real Madrid, as I've already mentioned, and it's Wednesday night right now, and then they play again on Saturday evening at 8 o'clock. So it's a quick turnaround. Will Haaland start? Personally, I think if Pep wants to have any chance of winning this league, he needs to play his best players, and Haaland is that guy. So he should start, but you never know with Pep. That's the problem. So I don't want to make this transfer. I am going to leave this to the very last minute, try and see if there's any team news, any leaked team news or anything from Pep's press conferences before I make a decision. But yeah, the only move that I could consider this week is Haaland to Ekitike. Now, a lot of people are saying to go for Ekitike because he's got 3 fixtures to target, whereas Haaland has 2 fixtures to target over the next 3 because he blanks in game week 31, and then when he does play in game week 32, he's got Chelsea away, whereas Ekitike has Fulham at home. So you can see why he's predicted to score more points over Haaland, 16.6 points for Ekitike, whereas Haaland's only got 13.7. But I'm not looking at it like that at the moment. I'm just looking at the West Ham away and the Tottenham at home fixture, and I don't think there's too much difference between them. Yes, currently probably Tottenham are the worst side between West Ham and Tottenham. However, Liverpool aren't playing exactly great. They lost to Galatasaray in the Champions League on Tuesday evening. They lost to Wolves in game week 29. And so, yeah, you might be moving to Ekitike, who has a good fixture, but overall the team aren't playing well. Whereas you look at City, they're just about to play Real Madrid. They played Forest in game week 29. They drew 2-2, but they are still scoring goals. They got 2 goals. Then they played Leeds away. Tough fixture going to Ellen Road. They won that 1-0. Beat Newcastle 2-1. Beat Fulham 3-0. So they're still scoring goals, whereas I believe Liverpool struggling to score goals. So yeah, there's positive and negatives to both. I prefer to stick with tried and tested Haaland over Ekitike. I'm not sure about it. Like I said, I think it's just going to come down to whether I hear anything in the press conferences or get any leaked team news on Saturday. But yeah, for now, I want to keep Haaland, but I'll leave it open for the deadline. Right, let's look at game week 30 team selection. And as you can see, the team looks really good. I mean, I've got so many players playing at home. This is the reason why I don't really want to make a transfer. Rolling the transfer would enable me to move to 4 transfers before game week 31, which I feel like is a really good position to be in going towards the blank. I've got the triple up in Arsenal defence against Everton at home. Everton aren't the most prolific team in the league, so there's always a good chance that Arsenal can keep another clean sheet there. We obviously already know how poor Tottenham are at the moment, but they are still scoring some goals. They did manage to get a couple of goals against Atletico Madrid away from home, so they could easily get a goal against Virgil van Dijk and Liverpool. Hoping that Virgil can get a clean sheet there, maybe get an attack in return as well, because Tottenham defensively are really poor. Then into midfield, I've currently got Bruno as captain just because there's doubts over Haaland and whether he's going to play or not. Of course, the 3 bonus points, despite losing, really gives me confidence that Bruno Fernandes can always return and double your points with the captaincy on him. So at the moment, the captaincy is on Bruno Fernandes. I got Dango at home to Wolves. I really need him to start returning. He did get an assist in his first game for me against Burnley, but I need him to get some goals because it feels like it's a competition between him and Wilson, who delivers the most. Currently, Dango's losing. Wilson's got 12 and Dango's got 8. And Wilson actually missed game week 29. So yeah, I could have gone for Wilson. I went for Dango and that isn't playing out as I'd hoped. Hopefully this game week can change that. Then up front, Haaland and Thiago. That could be Ekitike and Thiago. But for now, like I said, leaving it with Haaland. He's vice captain. And then on the bench, Richards at home to Leeds, Anderson away to Forest. So 2 good players there in case anything unexpected happens during the weekend with the players that I've currently got in the first 11. And that's it for this video. What are your thoughts on the Haaland Ekitike debate? Do we move to Haaland now to try and chase upside with Ekitike and his 3 fixtures? Or do we stick with tried and trusted Haaland? If this video helped, like, comment and subscribe. If you missed my last 2 videos, Fantasy Focus and Transfer Targets for Game Week 30, they should be popping up now. As always, thank you for watching, green arrows, and enjoy the football.